Hey guys, stereotypes suggest that dogs and cats rarely get along, but pet owners usually disagree, claiming that at the sight of a cat, their beloved dogs show only love. Three Siberian Huskies and a cat became very popular in an American city of San Jose. All the world media is talking about them, and the Instagram page of the Huskies Lilo, Infinity, Miko, and the cat Rosie became extremely popular. And all this because the dogs adopted and saved the kitten from certain death. The story of the animal family is a true story of a happy ending for an abandoned baby. 3-month-old Rosie was picked up on a busy highway in April 2015. She was dying of exhaustion and fleas. When she was brought home, she was lethargic, suffering from indigestion and vomiting. The owners decided to risk it and put the foundling next to the Husky pack leader Lilo, who's never had and never will have puppies of her own. It was a miracle. The dog immediately felt a connection with the kitten and started to care for her. She warmed and licked the kitten, calmed her down, and didn't leave her side. Lilo cared for Rosie as if she were her own puppy. Friendship, attention, warmth, and care saved this kitten's life. Soon Rosie got better and began to eat, although she preferred to eat dog food. As a result, the kitten's life took an unexpected turn. She started to copy the dog's behavior as they replaced her parents. She walks on a leash, plays outside with the dogs, sleeps, and eats together with the rest of the pack. The owners say that the cat fully adopted some of her friends' habits. For example, she's fearless and is not at all afraid of water. Rosie has become a full-fledged member of the pack, says one of the owners. The owners of Rosie and the three Huskies are three sisters from California who have been rescuing homeless animals since they were kids, feeding them and giving them treatment. The following words were used as an epigraph of the children's book about the friendship of Rosie the cat and Lilo the Husky. Love does not see with the eyes, but the heart. Rosie and Lilo now look after and take care of helpless kittens together. Many kittens get to their home in bad condition and require treatment and hourly feeding. In this wonderful family, all the rescued kittens get huge amounts of love and warmth, so they get to their new families being much stronger, healthier, and fully socialized. Hundreds of thousands of people follow the account of the four best friends. Each published picture is nothing short of amazing. Look at them. I think they deserve all the adoration and admiration. An unusual accident happened to Kevin and Louise Arrington of Staffordshire, England. A golden retriever named Toby and a cat named Stuart live in their family. One day, the cat went for a walk and didn't come back for 2 days. Toby was restless, said the pet owner, Dr. Kevin Arrington. Stuart and Toby are best friends. We were a bit worried when Stuart did not come home for a whole day, but not too worried as he often disappeared for a couple of days, but he always came back home. But Toby knew that something was wrong, notes Kevin. Sometime later, the owners heard Toby barking incessantly and went out to the garden to check on him. The dog was standing over a blackberry bush and wouldn't calm down, looking from the bush to the people. After getting closer, the couple saw Toby curled up under the bush. He was injured. He kept barking and wouldn't leave. In the end, we came to the bushes and found Stuart there. It looked like he's been hit by a car. He somehow managed to crawl the 50 meters from the road to our garden, even though we later found out that his spine was seriously injured, said Arrington. The couple immediately took the cat to the vet, where he had to undergo emergency surgery. Toby is a real hero. When we found Stuart, he was on the brink of death, Kevin said. The vets confirmed that if it weren't for the dog, the cat's fate would have been a sad one. Now, according to the pet owner, Stuart is successfully recovering from his injuries. The animal shelter Pet and Wildlife Rescue, located in the Canadian province of Ontario, published a post on Facebook telling a touching story of a dog and 5 kittens. They were found by the side of the road on a cold, frosty night by a woman passing by. The homeless dog was lying in the snow, using her body to warm 5 tiny kittens. The woman took all 6 of them to the pet shelter, where they are now waiting for their new owners. The shelter employees named the dog Serenity. She regularly visits her adopted children, who are currently getting treatment for parasites and fleas. No one knows exactly what happened to the kittens. Most likely, someone simply threw them out on the street. The shelter employees say that kittens this small wouldn't have survived such a cold night if it weren't for Serenity. Our next story is no less touching and took place in Australia. A fire suddenly broke out in one of the Melbourne houses. A 37-year-old woman, her 3 children aged 5 to 18 years, and one of the dogs managed to get out of the burning house. But the second dog, Leo, was stuck in the fiery trap. Having barely managed to move away from the place where power lines just fell, the firefighters rushed into the burning rooms to rescue the trapped dog. They found the dog in one of the bedrooms and were very surprised to see that he wasn't hiding, but rather was trying to save 4 little kittens who were barely 1 month old. Even though it could have cost him his life, the dog stubbornly stayed with the kittens, says one of the firemen. When all the animals were taken out into the fresh air in a safe place, the dog lost consciousness and stopped breathing. The firemen had to perform CPR and use the oxygen mask on Leo. We managed not only to get him out of the fire, but to successfully resuscitate him as well, says the fire chief, proud of his team. The kittens managed to survive the fire without consequences. When the dog came to, he immediately ran to check on the kittens, who were put in a large box by then. All family members were unharmed except for the 11-year-old daughter, who was taken to the hospital to get treatment for smoke inhalation. Sometime later, the whole family, including the animals, was back together and in perfect health. Even the cat, who got lost in this turmoil mother, came back. Australian firemen declared the brave dog a hero for risking his life to try and save the kittens from the fire, which is exactly what real firefighters do. The next story tells about an extraordinary act that altered the typical understanding of the interspecies animal relations even further. A dog in New Zealand donated blood to save the life of a dying cat. Reportedly, cross-species blood transfusion was among the first of its kind and happened after the cat owner Kim Edwards noticed that her ginger cat Rory got very weak. A quick investigation established that the cat had eaten rat poison. So Ms. Edwards rushed him to the vet, Kate Heller, in the nearby town of Tauranga on New Zealand's North Island. Rory was losing strength, and Kate realized that she didn't have time to send his blood sample for testing to find a suitable blood donor for transfusion, which Rory desperately needed. Instead, Kate decided that the best course of action was to contact her friend Michelle Whitmore, who voluntarily suggested that her black Labrador Macy could be a dog blood donor. Not knowing if their blood types matched, Kate decided to take the potentially fatal step and move forward with the transfusion. If Macy and Rory had different blood types, the cat would have died instantly. Fortunately, the blood was a match and Rory recovered quickly. Speaking to the journalists of a New Zealand newspaper, Kate Heller said, "People are going to think that this sounds pretty dodgy, and it is. But hey, we've been successful and it saved a life." Ms. Edwards was equally happy about the operation, adding that Rory hasn't picked up any dog habits since the transfusion. "The vets just went above and beyond. It's incredible that it worked," she said. "Rory is back to normal, and we don't have a cat that barks or fetches the paper," she added, smiling. Previous stories were about dogs saving cats, but the following one is about a cat saving a puppy. The camera accidentally caught a touching scene of a puppy's rescue. He had fallen down into a hole and couldn't get out. He tried to climb up but kept falling down and trying again. An adult cat noticed the desperate puppy and with no hesitation rushed down to save him. How amazing is it that all these stories have a happy ending? All dogs and cats from today's video are real heroes. Give us a thumbs up if you agree. Till the next time.